everyone, Spiritual Lessons here, and in this video I wanted to talk about how I view life. Everyone views life differently. Everyone has their own personal philosophy. Everyone has their own different perceptions. So I'd like to add mine into the ring in case you are looking for another view, or maybe you want to get another perspective. So, because I love video games, I do. I love Minecraft, Assassin's Creed, Skyrim, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't play that many games, but still, I do have a set favorite. I often do see life like a video game. And a lot of people like to say life is a simulation. I mean, kind of goes with that. Only, I don't believe in a Matrix sort of way. I have made a video where I did say life is a simulation, but not in the way that most people try to make it out to be. Like the Matrix, wherein the computers were being controlled by robots, stuff like that. In life, it's very real. Very real. However, it's all about strengthening us, testing us, trying to root out weakness and making us stronger beings. Not people, beings. Because we are not humans with a spirit. We are spirits within human forms. Basically, our real selves are in these fleshy robots. Which I know can sound a little out there. Maybe it is. But that's how I see it. We are in these physical forms so that we can interact with this planet and the things within it. But in life, there is a goal. There's a main objective. Usually this main objective is what we feel in our heart. And not everyone, sadly, has a main objective. I do believe that there are main characters. Not main character, singular, no, plural. There are these people, and I do consider myself among these people. People with such ambition. People who know what they want and are working to go after it. People who really feel that passionate fire within them to make great change in the world in any way they see fit. These people may have been the product of multiple past lives, which explains why they think the way they think, why they believe the way they believe, why they act the way they act. I do think that these people are main characters because they do more than the side characters, which of course brings us to the side characters. Now, there are different levels of these side characters, or NPCs, which for those of you who do not know, maybe some people here don't play video games, stands for non-playable character. Now, in certain video games, well, actually, in most video games, the side characters have different tiers. You have ones that can grant you side quests. And these people can become your friends. These people can become allies or associates. These people could even be members of your own family. But these people help you. They either help you test out your moral compass, or they may test your weaknesses or strengths for something that they want you to do for them. But either way, what you do for them allows you to level up, gives you experience points. So, for example, let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, that your grandfather wants you to go out and mow the lawn and rake the leaves and put the bags out by the curb. Okay? That gives you experience points. You now know what to do. You now know how he likes his lawn. You could use that experience. Maybe you want to set up a lawn business, or, maybe you just want to go to the neighbors' houses and see if they'll pay you to clean up their leaves on the lawn. This just gives you experience to help you in life and to make you a stronger and better person. Now, raking leaves and mowing the lawn doesn't seem like something that could make you a better person, but who knows? It might lead to something. You might even come across a particular generous individual that wants you to rake their leaves all the time and gives you money for it. And you could use that money to maybe expand the operation, or maybe you could use it for your own personal goals if that is not where you see your life going, raking leaves and doing lawns. And then another tier of people are the characters whom either you have minimal contact with or you can have no contact with. I have noticed that in certain video games where side characters, some you can talk to, and some will give you side quests, some will give you minimal information like, yeah, how's my day going? Or, oh, did you notice what's happening in the news today? And then some you can't interact with at all. None. No way. And that is truly how life is. Sometimes you meet people who can give you connections and give you experiences to help you along in your journey. Some may give you minute or useless information that you really can't use, but it gets you through. And then others who you will probably never talk to or never need to talk to in your entire life. I mean, do you honestly go throughout life and constantly shake hands with people, say hi, and, be like, hey, my name is, how are you? No. So you have those different tiers of people, and I do see that as true in life. And each side quest you choose to take. Now, in life, a side quest could be going to school, or getting a job, getting an internship, all of that which gives you experience. And of course, a job and an internship could possibly give you financial gain for you to upgrade yourself. Well, in video games, it's usually weapons and armor, but, in this day and age, it's like tools for, like if you're an artist and you want a digital sketch pad, you would obviously get a job so you could afford such a thing to increase your drawing skills and move up in your artist career. And sadly, a lot of these people, these non-playable characters, there's a reason why there isn't, like, not all people are main characters, not even in their own life. And you want to know why? Because these people are not ready yet. I have noticed that a lot of these people, you can tell when you are spiritually in tune that these people have not reincarnated many times. They have not known life the way that we do. They have not experienced things in the past that they do. Because even though we don't remember every aspect of our past lives, there is still ingrained with us certain beliefs that we cannot shake, that we cannot change. And it's not because necessarily that we were taught this. No, it is. Because we have been ingrained into our souls, and our souls never forget. But some of these people have not had these experiences, and are still looking for themselves, trying to find themselves. Some of these people may be lost, or some of these people may not even give a damn anymore. There's a lot of people in life who they are just looking to get by until death. And that saddens me as a person of very ambitious goals. Oftentimes I will ask people throughout my life that I meet, like at work, I'll like, do you have any goals that you want to accomplish later in life? Do you have like a 5-year plan? Is this the place you want to work at all your life? Sometimes it's no. Sometimes they want to do other things. I met a woman at my new job, very nice woman. She doesn't necessarily want to be in a factory setting all her life, but she doesn't necessarily have any large goals like starting a business or anything. She does love gardening, and she does it as a passion. I did say, I'm like, well, if you grow a lot, you could save some for yourself and sell the rest at a farmer's market and make good profit. And she's like, no, I just don't see my doing that. We give out to friends and family and people who just want it. And I'm like, well, that's generous of you. So she's a person who has definitely found a good place in life, and she's looking for more, but she is not looking for too much more. And then there are people who I've asked that same question to, and they're just like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. And even though I know that not everyone knows themselves so young, I was a person who I knew what I was going for, even when I was like fresh out of like high school. But not everyone knows that. I mean, my sister, she still doesn't know exactly what she wants out of life, in terms of career, in terms of like goals. But that's fine. Not everyone knows, and you know, that's okay. It's their life. And there are people who, they are minimalists to a fault. They don't need a house. They be happy living at home or with their own apartment. They would be happy with just an average job, giving them average pay to get by. They don't want to aspire to anything great. Now, some of these people, it's because they are content with their lives and don't feel like they need any more, which is fine. But I have met some people who, they're afraid. They're afraid that if they reach for the stars and they start something big, that they are going to screw it up in some way, or something bad's going to go wrong, and it will be crushed out from under them, you know, and that is a sad thought. A guy that I used to work with, even though he knew a lot about the printing business, he wasn't looking to start a business, and not because he didn't want to, because he was afraid of such things. He was afraid that he was going to screw it up, which, knowing him, yeah, I can see it. But, you know, that's the whole thing. You shouldn't let fear stop you from going after what you want. Whether it's asking someone on a date, whether it's applying for that job that you want, whether it's starting the business that you've always wanted. The job I have now, I worked so hard to try and get it. I went to the interview. I laid everything about myself on the table. I tried to sell myself well, saying that, you know, I do have a lot of skills required to do this job. I am willing to do whatever it takes to get this job. And I am willing to join in on this because everything seems very familiar from my past jobs, and I'm ready to work. And I did get the job. And even though, you know, there's a lot of things that are like very physical and labor intensive. Sometimes the work can be very hard and greasy and dirty. Still, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty. And I am not afraid to work towards starting my own business or getting my own house. My parents are always like, do you know getting a house means like a lot more responsibility? You know, you gotta, what if things go wrong? What do you think? And I keep telling them, I never expected everything to be hunky-dory when I get a house, but that's why you plan for things. I mean, you can't plan for everything, but you try to make a plan as best you can. Fortunately, I'm very good at preparing for things when they go wrong. So, I'm not letting fear stop us. In fact, I feel very confident. It's just a shame that not everyone else has the same confidence. But that is how life is, like a video game. The main characters are never afraid to go after what they want, no matter how high the odds are stacked against them. Don't be foolish, be cautious, and try to prepare as best you can, but you can't let every little possible thing that could go wrong stop you from achieving what you want in this world. And you know what? If life is a video game, play that sucker until it's finished. And that's the end of this video. Let this be a starter for anyone who is not sure about their life. Okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And have a good day, everybody. Play that video game. Play it!